Sirah, which is history and background of the Noble Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The chairman pointed out that the pupils are only familiar with the surahs they are reciting at the moment, and that it's always difficult for them to recite the previous surahs they have learned and ask for a way out. Ustaz Musa Hamza, who is also one of the Tafis teachers, explained that pupils are meant to revise the previous surahs before proceeding to a new surah, to enable them remember the previous one. He added that, however, most of the pupils in Tafis classes are engaged in other after-school classes like superhero, after-school care, or special Quran, which makes them lose most of the revision and also get to attend what is done for the day. He explained further that those who participate only in the Tafis lessons are fluent in recitation than those combining other classes. Ustaz Musa went ahead to inform parents that the Tafis program has timetable for what they do every day and number of surahs they have to memorize in a week, and a target for each pupil. But most importantly, pupils have to revise a tool for easy memorization. Alhaji Muhammad Sani was concerned about the Arabic and the Quran subject, which is one of the most important reasons why some parents enroll their kids in the school. He noticed that pupils find it difficult to speak the language and mostly perform coordinates and ask for a way out. The head teacher responded that pupils are trying in Arabic speaking, and the school has teachers who are fluent in the Arabic language and some who solely speak the language. She stated that when the Q class started, most of the pupils who claimed they could not speak Arabic are now speaking fluently, as they do not have a choice but to speak it. She promised to do more because it is also one thing the school is worried about and has always tried to look for better ways out. Alhaji Buga explained that children start nursery, primary, then go to secondary school, and immediately after secondary school they are rushed to the university. He then suggested that more value should be placed on the twin programs of Tafis and the special Quran, because we are now having issues with children mechanically memorizing the Quran, but we actually want their lives to reflect the teachings, that it is not just about memorization of the Quran. They should be able to read it with huruf and read anywhere in the Quran, know the translations, the lessons, and the fiqh. He concluded that the aim of bringing them to Islam is majorly to acquire the tarbiyah of Islam. The head teacher responded that the issue of tarbiyah raised is understandable. However, she stated that lots of distractions, particularly the influence of social media. She explained that they leave the school, that when they leave the school, there is no limit to what some of them can do. That some parents do remove hijabs from their girls at the gate or inside the car. Once you ask the parent to reply that they are feeling hot. Was the child feeling hot from 7 a.m. to 2:30, she asked. She also stated that the drivers play music while dropping children and taking them back home. That the children would prefer singing all sorts of rubbish than reciting the Quran, and these songs are not even meant for children, not even for adults. That the school is battling with the conflicting training that comes with this distraction. She went ahead to assure parents that the school will continue to do its best to ensure that the people that are gathered are right, inshallah. Alhaji Muhammad Dawood commended the school in general for all their efforts in putting all this together to satisfy both the school and the parents. He went ahead to suggest a breakdown of school fees for the term be posted on the platform, same way they do for checking results, in case you might end up losing the copy of the school fees teller in the pupil's envelope. In response, the teacher affirmed it can be posted. However, when some parents owe and they see the breakdown for the time, they only pay for that term and leave the debts they owe. So we decided that each child will have a generated invoice, which is the form of the teller you now get. If you owe, the old money will reflect in the teller, so that you will not make the mistake of forgetting an outstanding payment. She promised to consult with the software developers to see if it is possible to have a generated school fees uploaded for each child on the software. Alhaji Ibrahim Babaina inquired about a page in the communication book which is always left field, which has lots of information for the pupils. The head teacher responded that the left page in the communication field is for the pupils to fill, which is about the activities for the day. The chairman, Engineer Gary Ruaba, commended the special Quran classes and urged them to continue with the hard work, and also inquired about the numbers of mathematics and English teachers in the school. The response was 8 for each subject. Election for vacant posts of executive members. The head teacher called out the vacant positions which were the posts of the treasurer, financial secretary, and PRO2. At least 2 candidates got nominated for each of the 3 positions. After voting, the following emerged as the new members of the executive: Financial Secretary Mrs. Ukoya Olugaba, Treasurer Mrs. Bakisu Biladu, PRO2 Ustaz Musaranta. The head teacher apologized on behalf of the director for his inability to attend the meeting, which was due to the loss of his mom. She prayed that Allah bless her soul and grant her passage to Adonai. She also appealed to parents to try as much as possible to attend the PTA general meetings for opinions and suggestions on how to improve the school, and that our door is always open for any issue to be addressed. Adjournment and closing prayer. The meeting was terminated and adjourned. Engineer Buddha said the closing prayer. This was written by Ms. Mariam Adamu, the Assistant Secretary of PTA. So that was the last meeting, minutes of the meeting of the last general meeting. It has been read. So before we adopt, if anybody saw mistake or something, can we have that now? Mr. Elojo, can you have this mic? You will call out the page and then the numbers of the line so that we can take note of that. Can we have your hands up if you want to make a comment on the motion?
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. There is a correction on line 80. I like to bring the number and channel share, not shade, as SHED.
Someone raise their hand.
My name is Anita Shabaki. So, line 111, he wishes to know the status. If someone has already inquired on the status, then line 137, where B is not there, it's Amina Shabaki.
137.
Yes, 137. Yes.
Not Shambaki, Shamaki.
Yes. Then line 215, where it says, so the state has 5 period, that should pass 215. The last is so the state has 5 period process time. Other parts of the old 5 period,
Please, can you ask them to use their mics, those online, or you mute them? Do you have anybody with any observations online? Did anybody raise their hand online? Okay. Do we have more? Okay. Number 267, 15 years and above and 10 years. So it's supposed to be 15 years above and 10 years. The first time should be there.
I know it's a place where we talk about thought as in thinking, but it should be taught as in teaching, practices. I'm trying to, we can just find that's just the last one.
Thank you. From the male side, do we have any corrections, observations on the last minutes? That we just read. Okay. In the absence of that, can we adopt the minutes of the last meeting? Okay, someone is raising up their hand.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In line number 299, we added that there is also hadith, it should be hadith and adhkar. Hadith and adhkar. That the teachers guidance of life. Then also the sita, which is supposed to be sira.
Is that 299?
Sira. Yes.
It's not 299. I think it's not 299. That's
It's between the two lines, the two numbers.
281. That's the number, sir.
Huh?
281 is where you have an S. And Sierra, right? 282.
Now, this one is reading 299. 299.
Do we have more?
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, parents and teachers. My name is Minala Iman. I'm the Vice Chairman of the PTA School Medicine. So page 38. Those are just typos. Just rather than the capital T, just small t. That's 38, line 38. And then line 167, misbehave. It's just a small typo, just small t rather than the capital T. Then 167, we have where it says the problem which makes them misbehave excessively, rather than that which again, we just replace it with and difficult to be controlled, and difficult to control them. Just reward that particular rather than the which and which that comes. So which makes them misbehave excessively and difficult to be controlled. So that should be rewarded like that. And page so the numbering stops at 378. So I think the numbering should continue, the line numbering should be extended to the end of the page. Then, sorry, I'm just going back and forth. So page 8, and line 89. Just another just small typo. Laptop loads, capital letter L. So I just thank you. And then if there's a way that we can just make the sentences shorter, so that it's easy for readability rather than having to say everything that was reported relative, just to make it shorter and concise so that it will be easy for all journalists to follow and read. Thank you.
Okay. In the absence of no other observations, corrections, can someone move to adopt minutes of the last PTA general meeting? Please state your name in full. Please raise up your hand. Okay, and another person to second.
I move Asma Mrs. Shamsuddin.
Mrs. Asma Shamsuddin has adopted minutes of the last PTA general meeting. Please second me. Anybody?
Hafsat Abdulaziz, second unit.
Mrs. Hafsat Abdulaziz, second year. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry, I forgot to mention, I'm sure you have noticed the absence of the chairman, Engineer Dairo Abba, who was unavoidably absent, but instead he asked the PRO, Alhaji Abubakar Yusuf, to stand in for him. So he's going to be the one to take the welcome address or any other thing pertaining to the chairman of the PTA. Also beside me is Ajani Muna, who also assisted in doing that. The next on the agenda is the chairman's welcome address. So I'll hand over the microphone to the chairman. Mr. Abdulaziz, please let me know if there's anything.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Good morning all. Thank you for the introduction. I actually thought I was just like the seat seems quite comfortable. So, but yes, the chairman is unavoidably absent, so I'm just here to lead the speech. Maybe I'll just put a caveat that any errors from my acting capacity, please take it from me. Anything which I don't know with this foundation, so just a small caveat before we begin. So once again, good morning all. I would like to welcome you all to our Parent Teachers Association meeting today. It's a great pleasure to see you all, and I appreciate your patience. As we gather here, I would like to take the opportunity to recognize the hard work of our teachers and staff. They have dedicated to providing our children with the best education possible, and their efforts do not go unnoticed. I think specifically in terms of assistance rendered in the area of development and constructional projects, the zeal, dedication, and sacrifice of the members of the PTA executive in the discharge of these cases. I say a big thank you to you, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you all. On the PTA projects, the PTA has been involved with the school in terms of providing welfare packages, marriage, birth, sponsoring, events, outreach, etc. I want to thank you all for being here and for your continued support. Together, we can make a significant impact on our children's education and welfare. Let's work collaboratively to ensure that our school remains a place where every child can thrive. However, in this current year, we are still soliciting your cooperation in a few areas. Number one, punctuality. Parents should please endeavor to bring their kids to school on time. The teacher, reading the conditions. So please assist in your cooperation in this area. Secondly, the uniforms. Pupils should be properly dressed in their correct school uniform. And thirdly, the elephant in the room to school fees. The financial things are very difficult for us all. This is very good appreciated and recognized. So this is advocacy with continued support in making the best efforts that you can to ensure complement to all school fees. Once again, I thank you all for your attentiveness and urge you to all be free to offer any constructive criticisms, any feedback, any support that we may have for us, the PTA members. And then on the last item is on the elections. As you are aware, quite sadly, I have to say, the tenure of the PTA Expo is coming to an end. And the chairman behalf of the chairman and all members of the PTA, would like to express our profound gratitude to you, PTA, and the management for the support given to us throughout this period. For me personally, I have to say it has been an immense privilege to serve you all in this prestigious institution. These are the words of the chairman of the board of England. So we have to go to the matter at hand, which is the next elections. The positions that are available suggested for the PTA Expo are as follows: the chairman, the vice chairperson, and the recommendation for each to be opinion, public relations officer, public relations officer 2, which should be staff as a recommendation, legal advisor, ex officio 1, ex officio 2, which should be a staff, welfare officer, which should also be a staff, and lastly, admin secretary. So, in that regard, PTA recommended that an elections committee be constituted to begin the preparations of the next PTA Expo, which will be held at the next PTA meeting. So, on this note, I will urge any suggestions that it is recommended that an elections committee be constituted at this meeting. So, on that note, I say thank you once again. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much, Alaji Kadri Yusuf. That was the chairman's welcome address. I wish to welcome our director, Alaji Musa Kasani. You're welcome, sir. The next on the agenda is the head teacher's report, which has also been sent to our portal. If you could please follow as I read. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, praise be to Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. It is a great pleasure to stand before you today as the head teacher of our beloved school. I want to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you at this PTA meeting. The Parents Teachers Association, PTA, is a forum where we can work together as a team towards the development and success of our children for this world and in the hereafter. The journey so far. This session 2024-2025 has been activity filled and a lot of learning took place. The children have done so well and we are proud to have them with us. Achievements. Over the years, the PTA in conjunction with the Board of Directors has greatly contributed to the success of several events organized in the school. Some of them include PTA Sports Fiesta. We had the PTA Sports Fiesta some weeks back. Only few parents joined us, but we had fun. Both parents and teachers participated in activities like football, table tennis, ball games, balloon games, and the fusion had aerobics too. Welfare. The PTA assisted in giving out welfare to our teachers during marriage, childbirth. They also awarded gifts and prizes to staff, especially the most recent, which was the long year service award to teachers who have been with the school for 10 years and amongst others. So on behalf of my team of teachers and management staff, I'm saying a huge jazakumullahu khairan for your support and the award given to us at the last speech and prize giving day. It was surprising, it was welcoming, and we are happy to be appreciated. Thank you very much. Teachers, thank you, sir. So teaching and learning environments, identifying and assisting children with special needs and learning issues. There has been an improvement in terms of those with learning issues. I think we also mentioned this at the last meeting. To be able to cope with the school standard and curriculum, those with special needs have also been put into consideration in terms of learning. Also, those struggling with handwriting issues have been tutored, especially pupils who have issues with the cursive handwriting, which is the school's official handwriting. Spirituality. Our strong Islamic ethos and training of our pupils in Quran and Islamic perspective is unrivaled. We always look forward for ways to improve our standards, to also accommodate current trends without affecting our traditional beliefs. This is also evident in our Arabic speaking in the nursery and Quran memorization class, Q class. I must say this class is just a year old. They are doing very well. And last year we had just 9 pupils, half of which were from outside. But this year we have 22 pupils, and most were our pupils. So thank you very much again, parents. We had a talk with you, and you promised to bring them back for Q class Wednesday. Challenges. Every project is an opportunity to learn, to figure out problems and challenges, to invent and reinvent. Drop-off of pupils. Due to the rise in security issues in the country, most especially kidnapping, we need to be alert at all times. We are faced with the challenge of not dropping off a child before the school gate or behind the school in some cases. We urge parents and guardians to tell their drivers to be security conscious. I must also add that we have a lot of drivers bringing our pupils to school that are not meant to do that. They are mentally unstable. A lot of them pick up fights, they use a lot of foul language, and they don't take to correction. Some of them drop your children at the other side of the road, open up the doors, and little children almost miss being hit by vehicles or the same car that dropped them off. This has been a challenge. It was my last report, it is still on this report. Please parents, we need to do something about this. We don't want a situation whereby we have an accident, a terrible one, before we're forced to do something about it. Change of unauthorized pickup persons. This was also said in the last meeting, but I'm forced to still say this here. We want to encourage parents to desist from changing drivers and pickup persons without due process and proper notice. It makes it difficult to keep our people safe. Proper checks and balances are put in place to ensure security. Parents will just decide to change the authorized pickup person. They will not inform the teacher, they will not inform the admin, and will see a stranger walking into the school looking for children, most especially using their pet names. They don't even know the real name of these pupils or their class. And when we challenge them, they take offense, and we have to call and make sure we can identify. But what if the parent is in danger and we release the child? We also want to use this opportunity to inform parents to be on alert as the school has attached a token on each child's bag, which will notify the parents at the drop-off and pick-up of the child through an SMS. It's called the Kids Monitor. I must apologize, I got calls from parents and reactions that we did this before informing parents. But we had to, because since we did not get cooperation on the other measures we put in place, the board of directors found it necessary to at least do something about that. So they got the Kid Monitor and they made them attach these monitors to their bags. So some of the reactions of the parents were that they don't know if that token was stolen, they can have access to information. No, that's nothing to do with that. That scanner that exists is the only thing that has the number. And the demonstration was made to myself and some of these parents that had concerns. So SMS, through an SMS, so as if there was no such organization of your child being picked up, you can notify the school immediately. Late coming. It is embarrassing to still be discussing the issue of late coming by some parents. We have been battling with it coming for a while now. Even though it's reduced, most times the child misses half of the first period or the whole of the first and part of the second period of the day. Now the second period starts at 8:45. So if a child misses the whole period, that means that child goes to school 8:45 or 9 or past 9 without having any major challenge. Dressing. Not abiding by the school policies in terms of dressing appropriately to school. A lot of times, people will be brought to school without a cap, colored pantyhose, leggings or socks, and wearing inappropriate school shoes for that day, amongst other unofficial dressing. Screen time. I also mentioned this last time, but it has skyrocketed. A lot of children are spending too much of their time on screen. Tablets, iPads, telephones, Game Boy, and other electronic devices with unlimited access to the internet. A lot of research and testimonies are all over the internet showing how it is affecting teaching and learning. It has also destroyed social skills and empathy. It has also encouraged use of foul language not suitable for any decent person, most especially minors. This is an appeal, parents. Technology is good and the way to the future, but there should be moderation in everything we do, especially on how we raise our children, giving them all they want, but not what is good for them, especially spiritually and morally. May Allah bless them all and make them beneficial children to us and the Ummah. Amen. School fees default. The recent economic situation of the country has contributed to the decline of prompt payment of school fees. This has also affected the school in its general operations. It is imperative to know that the school too is affected by this crisis. I hereby urge our dear parents to try their best to make prompt payments and, if possible, stagger the payments in installments in order to help both parties involved. May Allah ease our affairs and make Nigeria a better place for us. Finally, I urge all of us to continue fostering a positive school culture, a supportive and inclusive environment that will help our pupils thrive. Let us work together to instill values of respect, kindness, and responsibility in our children. I want to thank you once again for being here today and for your continued support. May Allah continue to guide and protect us and our families and make the state so to grow in leaps and bounds. Once again, I wish us a peaceful celebration and a safe trip back to our destinations. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So that's my report to this general audience of PTA for this session. The next on the agenda is reactions to the head teacher's reports and of course reactions to the chairman's report. But before that, I'll hand over the mic to the representative of the chairman, Elijah Yusuf.
Thank you very much. So the next item on the agenda, I think it's just like the reactions to reports, and also reaction to chairman's address. So this is for the next item for any reactions. So the microphone program will take someone at the back.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mr. Mara. Let me start by appreciating the director of his leadership in this school. And the teachers, they are doing extremely well, especially the esteemed guild monitor. I can tell you I'm very happy with that because at least helped me also monitor what is happening to my kids. For record, I have 3 kids here, from 5, 3, and also 1. And I want to urge the management if they can extend that technology to finance department, because there's a little bit of issues on the payment. For instance, I paid yearly, but this is the third time I'm receiving a letter from this school that one of my kids are not going or something. It's a little bit demoralizing. Maybe if they can send a text to me, I can come and sort out, because it's something that you have paid, but we are being told one of the kids will feel somehow as if it's not going to take care of it. So please, maybe we can extend that technology of keep monitoring to the finance analysis. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nawal Al-Arima. I also want to join my colleagues in appreciating the good efforts and the work of the school management and the teachers. And the area of kids monitor, I want to also put on record. I have 5 kids in this school, 3 in the kids class and 2 in the primary section. But since the kid monitor started, I've not received any information about one of my child's reporting and the exit. In the name of Muhammad, that was the Rahim primary 2. Please, I want the management to I want the school authority to do something.
So if I may ask, the other 4, are they receiving?
Very well.
Okay.
Very well.
For the 3, the mother receives the alert. And for 1, however, I received the alert. Except for Muhammad. Since the kid I have reported several times to the head teacher's office. They have taken record, took information, and yet I have not received anything until yesterday. Even yesterday, nothing comes up.
This will be looked into. Thank you very much for your comments. Any other comments? I believe we should have quite a bit of feedback from the PTA, especially around the elections committee. From the PTA side, female parents, any comments to both reports? Looks like the chairman's report stated the tenure of the, is there someone on there? The tenure of the expo is coming to an end, so there has to be an election, hopefully by the next PTA meeting. So I think we need to start making preparations, and the suggestion is for an elections committee to be constituted at this meeting. So I think now is the appropriate time for us to come to the table to constitute this committee, or at least get your feedback on this suggestion. The election is going to hold in the next PTA meeting, so it's maybe part of being diligent to start preparations right now. So comments on that will be welcome, please. Whether we should do it now or do it another at a later time. The question is for the committee to decide. Any comments? We're going international, while silence means
Yes.
consent. So the PTA doesn't want to be autocratic in any way. So okay, so you are giving your consent to PTA of record and giving it consent for the committee to be constituted. So before the end of this meeting, hopefully we will constitute our committee and present the members to. There are still quite a number of issues, especially matters arising So please let's have feedback on that. The director, I think, would like to be.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله
As you
وبركاته.
said, there are some issues like the voice college. Incidentally, one of the issues raised by teachers address to do with screen time, what we will be the daily in the school. The boy is one, anytime open the ceiling and went in and blocked the ICT, wanting to access internet so that he can watch something. I don't know what it is, whether it is Netflix or whatever. This is as a result of addiction. So when she mentioned it, I said, well, I'll mention it here so that you will know this is an expansion. It's probably 14 years for that. But at 9 p.m., the client is going to wake up, block the ICT so that you can have access to internet. You must give us that is as a result of addiction.
Yes, ma'am.
Others will say thank you so much for your validation, and I want to assure you that, by the way, if there anybody from accounts here, if you are in accounts, please stand up. If you are working with the accounts, stand up. So head teacher, this is the problem. When parents complain about this in the meeting, the accounts are not here to hear it. And if you don't remember to bring it to their notice, this will not together. This issue of embarrassment to parents has lingered for quite some time. I think we should look at it now. So please take note. It should be dealt with on Monday immediately. I was going to say to Galadima that issue is not a PTA meeting, but I'm happy you say you have reported to the head teacher severally, and that is why you raise it now. The support for you to raise it now and come to know about it. Unfortunately, the key monitor is being programmed by the agent, so we have to provide them only Abuja. So, inshallah, by Monday, the child who is not receiving will receive. However, two persons cannot receive the alert. Only one person can receive it. And I'm not comfortable with the fact that your wife is receiving some and you are receiving some. Maybe you decide to streamline it. Either you receive it or she receives it, rather than having it. Also, I would like you to know that up to this moment, we have not charged parents for the key monitor because we bought it in the middle of last time when we tried it, and it's not very expensive. It's a very small thing. So you see this in IT, you know that it's not a big thing. So we're happy that you're happy about it, and we will continue with this thing. I think that's
Okay, thank you very much, Director. I think let me just re-echo your intervention, especially on the embarrassment to parents. I just learned that someone from accounts is here, so just to review, in case you missed that, one of the parents has paid their fees for the year and is still receiving letters of non-payment. So perhaps he's suggesting that the accounts become more technologically compliant, just as the field monitor is. So, and I think I just called on my to ensure that it's sorted out as quickly as possible. So thank you for that. So, any further comments on the reports of the chairman and the head teacher's report? The teacher will be able to say one or two things. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Abdul Aziz Abdul. I actually want to say on behalf of the school teachers, those that are present and those that are not to concede, want to appreciate one more time because I remember what the assistance, when you call it assistance, because at that time we don't expect something, it is rendered as assistance. So I want to use this opportunity to actually appreciate and thank the PTA and the school for what they have rendered to us during the last year's PTA, I mean the end of the year party and the one before it. Jazakumullahu khairan. We want to use this opportunity also as well, knowing that we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to continue to replenish your project and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala please our children, because we, the teachers, are aware that if not the current situation in the country, possibly what we have gotten will have actually been more than that. But the little, the one we have got, we have given, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make our children, all of them, the ambassadors of Islam. May Allah make them good ambassadors of Islam, and may you stay alive, healthy, with iman, to reap the fruits of your labor among your children. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much for your very kind words. It's well appreciated. I assure you very much appreciate all the work of this life. The arrangement in the Chairman reports. Please welcome.
My name is Sekou. Actually, I want to discuss in regards to the physical challenge and maybe suggestion. No worry. Now, anyway. School, we have what it takes, we have at least Quran. What I'm suggesting is regard to the physical challenge. If there's any way, there is going to be at least going to be additional maybe expenses to the school. So like someone who is who has the technical know-how, the modus operandi of autism. Like to handle the physical challenge additionally, but I don't know, currently speaking, we are facing financial and economic fire, and I don't think the country, there's inflation and whatever, so I don't know, I'm just suggesting that that's my take on this. I don't know if it's going to assist and
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I want to apologize to our parents. It will be embarrassing if you try your best to pay for the whole year and you still receive messages of school fees default. Inshallah, we'll put a stop to that. As for the kid monitor, we'll place the alerts on the Alaji Wadadima and add Mohammed, inshallah. Concerning physically challenged, is that the suggestion? To add the school should add taking care of physically challenged.
Child with special needs.
Yes, to have a teacher, that means you have those that are physically challenged. Okay, well, the school was not established to take care of physically challenged. You have to get license and all sorts of things for that. The reason why we take care of those that have special needs and learning disabilities is because we have them in the system. When you get them in the system, they may have not been diagnosed with it, especially when they come in through the early years. And because they are in our system, they are Muslims, then we look for how to take care of them so that they are not left behind. And we don't have to tell parents, please withdraw your child because of this. If they do, what options are we giving them? Unfortunately, our country is not really taking care of children like that. I know in Abuja we have just one special needs school and one for physically challenged, and every kind of challenge is put together there. So as a parent, you might not want to send your child to that kind of school. So what we're doing is just to make sure that what we have on ground, we're making sure every child, no child is left behind, which is one of our slogans here at STEM. And I'm sure parents that fall into this category will tell you a great deal about how we've been helpful. But we do ask you to take them for counseling, therapy, and everything that will assist. The only thing we do is that make sure learning is taking place, no matter how little. So thank you for the suggestion. But the director is here. We might have more to say on that. Assalamu alaikum
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Even though one of them is a staff, is a new staff, so we didn't expect he's yet to explore the school completely. We talk about two issues: physically challenged and also had mentioned autism. They are two different things. When we were talking about physically challenged and you were saying it would be a cost, I thought you were going to ask us to put ramp on our staircases so that from wheelchair can go upstairs. If you go with a child like that, maybe if he's going to be downstairs, we will be able to accommodate the child and we don't reject anyhow. But if the child is not going to be with us, we will advise the parent to do the right thing. But those who are having things like autism, we have special needs present in the school. If you don't know, go to the library and ask for the teacher that she will tell you everything about it. We thank you for that enthusiasm, but you have failed to explore your school before making that comment. I hope that answers the question.
Thank you very much, sir. So I think we need to move forward. So let's go to Manchester Rising. So then perhaps we can go to any other business. If there is anything, please let the house be a bit more enthusiastic. If we stand up and do we you are to re-energize everybody. It's still morning time, I believe, so we should have. Okay, all right.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. When we came to AOB, something just dropped my mind. I remember what happened at the last PTA meeting at the Oklahoma primary section. We run an orphan scheme in the state. I understand the head teacher has started discussing with the chairman, PTA chairman, about the issue of separating accounts. In the past, we collect PTA levy and orphan scheme levy, and we lock them in the PTA account. By so doing, sometimes we overspend the money in the PTA account, and the purpose for which orphan scheme is made to suffer. Now, the orphan scheme may look lonely for now because we don't have victims. But when it comes, it can be very bad. I remember there was a time in this school, within one time, we lost two parents. The two parents had a number of they had about three students, three boys in the school. The school on its own, let me make it very clear. The school on its own, we have our own scheme where we assist students, pupils from some of them from orphanages. We don't have anybody for orphanage here, right? But we have them in the home. We give them full scholarship to come to school. So every time in our school, including Wednesday, we have a number of students that are enjoying one form of scholarship or the other. Our scholarship runs from some of them 100%, some of them 50%, some of them 25%. That is the school doing it. But the orphan scheme was brought to the PTA at one time, and I think the parents slumped after exercise, and his children were in the school. So the PTA at that time magnanimously agreed to sponsor his children throughout their stay in the state. And that is how the orphan scheme was introduced. Unfortunately, we were not able to separate the account, the orphan scheme account from the PTA's revenue. So sometimes the PTA, when PTA embarks on things that Mala was arguing the PTA they overshoot, and they use the PTA levy to assist the needs of the teachers. So we want to separate the account. We advise that the account should be separated. PTA levy should be there for orphan scheme. So that when the PTA account is going down, the PTA knows that it has reached its limit. It cannot spend beyond that. So at one time we had an account that was closed, but the PTA account was frozen because of fraud. Now that the case has gone to court and has been settled, we have asked the bank to give us the details of that account, and we are up to date with it, and we know the balance in the account. There is still some little amount, less than 5,000 naira in the account, so we can convert that into the orphan scheme account. Also, at the last meeting in October, the PTA decided to raise the levy for the orphan scheme. Although Wuse has number, has more ways than Oklahoma. But Oklahoma saw that what they were collecting was not enough to pay for those kids who were depending on the scheme. I think in the scheme, PTA pays 75% and the family pays 25%. So the money they were collecting, I think they were collecting 7,500, maybe 5,000. So before last week, and they raised it to 10,000 naira per time. So that amount goes to the PTA orphan scheme, which they use in paying fees of pupils who lost their breadwinner. The breadwinner is the father or the mother, whoever is paying the school fees. The children will not suffer. I met one of our ex-pupils who is now a teacher who wants to come and join us in the state, and she was telling me that when they lost their father, she was in the university, and they came to Abuja for the burial. And the day after the burial, she was asked to go back to school because the whole family was moving back to the state. And since then, I've been there, and she was telling me, I'm really happy very much concerned. But she was able to complete her university, and still doing some of them struggling. So this is a part of why the PTA thought it wise to be sure that after the nice the student, the child, the student complete their school. So I think that is the limit I get if we look at that now as well as we and maybe not from the West End.
Thank you very much for those very insightful comments. So as suggested, do we have any comments on that? The suggestion has been made. In the essence of moving forward, saying, I mentioned the silence is consent, so there are no comments. We'll assume you are all in agreement. Yes? So is that taken? Okay. So let's excite the house a bit. maybe we'll throw the question back to even understand whether people actually followed the suggestion made. And maybe we have to be slightly pragmatic. Just call on someone and say, what is the suggestion, and hear from you, so that we understand that the message has been passed across very clearly. Okay? So let me ask one of Aziz, please can you do the microphone to reiterate the suggestion?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now, alhamdulillah, the idea that has been brought about by the direction, our EU direction, is about the scheme for the orphans. I could actually remember when the scheme started and the cost for the scheme to be unanimously agreed without waste of time at that time was that the children at that time, during those times, the children would not be able to complete. But alhamdulillah, with the coming in of this scheme, the children were catered for, and